Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I got finally a new flashlight from Foursevens. It's the MAELSTROM MX3F. It also exists in a MXS standby version. This one is a floody version with 3 emitters. The MXS is a single emitter light with a orange peel reflector, more throw, and yeah, therefore a less floody flashlight than this one. So it comes in a nice cardboard packaging with already a design of the flashlight on it. At the back we have already a few technical specifications. So it has 5 brightness levels, burst mode 2600 lumen for around 30 seconds, then it will down to the 1600 lumen mode, but you can always reactivate the burst mode. And then it has a medium 400, low 50, and a moonlight as they call it with 5. For me it's not a real moonlight. It would be better if it would be below 1 lumen, but it's already very nice. Runtime in the highest mode it's 1.5 hours. In the moonlight it's 250 hours. Maximum beam distance of around 150 meters. It is powered by one 26650 battery, which is included in the packaging. It has 3 Nichia 144A emitters with a really nice warm white tint, 4000 Kelvin, and CRI value of 90 plus, so it's a really nice light color, waterproof according to standard IP68, and impact resistant to drops over height from 1 meter. It is delivered in the color Dusk blue, so that's pretty nice. I don't know why they have this little glitter sticker on it. I asked them, but I have not gotten an answer yet. So I would say we open up the package. So we have the flashlight itself, really nicely machined, good looking flashlight. And we have a manual, we have another optic, we have some spare rubber pads for the clicky. Here they delivered me with a flex charger, how they call it, so it's pretty cool. You connect it to USB, and then you have 2 magnetic poles that you will connect to the battery, and it will charge any type of battery, so Li-ion batteries and NYMH batteries, so that's pretty cool. We will take this one out of the box later and have a look at it. So as you can see, the flashlight comes with a nice honeycomb tear optic already mounted, but there is one less floody optic delivered with the flashlight. So this one is still like sandblasted or so, a matte finish, so not for long throwing distances. So this one has a beam angle of around 33 degrees, and this has a beam angle of around 60 degrees. I will show you the difference when we are outside. Now we have 2 spare O-rings, which we'll not have a look at in detail, and then, which is pretty cool, you have the option to switch the rubber of the side switch, so you can choose between blue, transparent, and black, and they deliver a knob to change it. They say it's in-house made on their Markforged 3D printer. I have 3D printers on my own, and this is an outstanding quality. I was amazed by the print quality of this. So they tell you to push down and turn. I think I will show you how this works first. So you need to align the little knobs in the holes of the ring around the switch, and then push down and turn. There's an arrow in which direction to turn. Super easy, really cool, because a lot of flashlight producers don't give you spare buttons, and it's still a weak point of lots of lights, so the rubber wears down and then the flashlight becomes unusable if you don't have the right spare part. So you just take out the brass insert, and then we will go for the transparent one. So you put it in, put the brass ring back on, and then you turn it just back on, or you screw it on, and it is changed. So really fast, really easy. Before the first use, you need to unscrew the tail cap. As you can see, the threads run really smooth. Take out the battery. There's a little battery protection, so we can take that one out. It's a 26650 from Foursevens with 5500 milliamp. It's a protected cell. They also recommend to use protected cells, but you can also use non-protected cells. You have a big spring in the tail cap. You can also disassemble the battery tube, and you have a nice brass contact on top. It's raised, so you can use flat top or button top cells. That's pretty cool that you are flexible here. So as you can see, no scratching while screwing everything back together. Really runs smooth. These flashlights are designed in the United States and they are manufactured in China. So it's a American brand. That's also pretty nice. I will also show you how to replace the optics. So you just screw it open, take the optics out, or the optic out, have a look on the three nice Nichia LEDs, and then you really need to pay attention so that you will place it in the holes. Once it's sitting nicely aligned, you just screw the bezel back on, and we have a completely different flashlight. So that's really nice and thoughtful of them that you have so many customization options. If you now want a longer throwing flashlight, you need to go for the MXS version with the deep orange peel reflector. It has a slightly different design, but still looks pretty the same, and it has a charging tail cap with an inductive charger, so you can always put it in the charger and it's always ready to use in your home. If you have a electricity problem or so, then you just take the flashlight and you are ready to go. I'm a big Foursevens fan, even since quite a while. I have the Quark Smart QS2LX, which is a smart flashlight for them. I thought I would show you different lights of them so that you get an idea of the size. I also got the smaller QSLX, also a smart flashlight from them. Then I got the Mini Turbo Mark II, really nice flashlight. I also got the Mini Turbo Mark III, even more power. And then one of the most special lights in my collection. It's the bolt action pen light. This one has been customized by a modder here in Germany. I changed the user interface and the LED type, and I also got the bolt action mini. So this is my Foursevens flashlight collection, and I'm really happy I got the MX3F now to complete it, especially since it's in such a nice blue color, something different than the other flashlights I have in my collection. I think it's the first blue one that I have. So I would say we now have a close look at the manual that they deliver us with it. So there's the flashlight, not in life size but nearly printed on. So the user interface is pretty easy. It's really updated since other Foursevens flashlights. In my eyes, they did a really good job. I will tell you something about the Moonlight. They have 5 lumens and then 50 lumens, 400 lumens, 1600 lumens and 2600 lumens. In the manual they don't indicate anything about the run times, but they are indicated on their website. So for the moon mode, which you can access with a long click, then you are directly in the moonlight with, or in the moon mode with 5 lumen. It runs for around 250 hours. It has memory mode, so it will always turn on in the last used mode, so that's pretty cool. If you turn the light on, keep the button pushed, it will go to the 50 lumen mode, which is indicated with 40 hours. Then we go to the medium mode with 400 lumen for 4.5 hours. 1600 lumen mode for 1.5 hours. And then a double click for the burst mode with 2600 lumen for 30 seconds, and then it goes down to 1600 lumen again. But you can always reactivate it, so that's pretty cool. So I really like the user interface. The light is quite heavy. It weighs around 268 grams including the battery, but it has a very nice feel to it. It has a perfect size, and you also can easily find the switch in the dark, so that's really well designed. You can't lock the light with the tail cap lockout, as you can see. Also not if you unscrew the head, but they have an electronic lockout. You need to push the button 5 times in a row. Then the light blinks 2 times. And now the light is locked. You see the indicator in the button is blinking, but the light is not turning on. To unlock, 5 fast clicks. Again, 2 blinks and the light is unlocked. I prefer the tail cap lockout. It's much easier, but as long as there is a lockout function, that's also fine with me. There is a battery indicator in the light, so if you turn on the light, the first few seconds you will see the green indicator. If the battery charge reaches below 20%, it will turn into red, and the light will also step down to the lowest mode, so that you don't run out of light while being somewhere in the dark. So that's good, but you need to replace it as fast as possible then. So that's all there is to say about the user manual. The overall length of the flashlight is 127 millimeters. The head has a diameter of 44 millimeters. The tail has a diameter of 33.5 millimeters, and the battery tube is slightly thinner. So overall it's a very nice flashlight, very nice machining, no defects in the anodizing. The engravings are nice and sharp, so really nice. I always like it if there's a serial number on it or a model number, but it does not have it, but that's not important. I now want to show you the flex charger, so you can take it out by pushing it out. I'm not a big fan of those packages that you always need to destroy to get something out, but on the other side you don't need the package anymore. And if you want to resell some, a lot of people always want the original packaging. So I will now show you how this works. So you need to connect it to a USB source. Take out the battery. I will just connect it to my power bank. So you plug it in. You take your battery. The connectors are magnetic, so it's not important which side goes on which side. And then you have a red indicator on top, which is not good to be seen under the lights, but like this you can clearly see it. As soon as the battery is full, it will turn into solid green, and then the battery is charged. This is really handy if you are traveling, you have a few different lights, you don't want to take a big charger. With such a small versatile charger you can charge all types of batteries, so that's really cool. I will now wait until the light turns green, then we will measure the output in my ulbrichtball, and then we will see each other outside for some nice beam shots with the different optics of the flashlight. Hey guys, we are now in an abandoned limestone quarry with the MX3F in the highest mode, or the burst mode, how they call it. It's the 2600 lumen mode. I measured 2400. I have now the more focused lens on it, so we have a little bit more beam distance. After around 30 seconds, the light dims down to 1600 lumen mode. I measured 1400. So this is the 1400 lumen mode. We'll now show you the lowest mode with 5 lumen. You can see it's nearly like a moon mode, but still could be less bright. I measured 5.2 lumen. Then we have the 50 lumen mode, which I measured with 45 lumen. And then the 400 lumen mode, which I measured with 380 lumen. Again, the burst mode, so it's a really nice beam color, really nice and even beam. I will now switch the tear lens and show you how the even floodier lens looks like. In my eyes, it's even nicer for photography, but still, both lights are really cool, and I really like that they offer the option to customize the light a bit. So this is now the more floody version. So as you can see, it's really nice and even beam. Look at all these nice woodworks to support the ceiling. It has a really nice beam distance, and I'm sure it will do some great pictures underground. Can't wait to take it for the first time to a big mine to take pictures. This is a very small mine, but pretty cool to take a few shots for the review. So overall, Foursevens did a great job here. Again, a light that is really to my liking. The only thing I could criticize is that there is no mechanical lockout. That's something that I always prefer to all the clicking to activate an electronic lockout. But for the rest, everything is perfect. Maybe it would be cool if they offer it in cool white, so that people that don't like the neutral or warm tint can choose a cool white light, but that's not a negative point for me, because I definitely prefer the warm and neutral tints to cool white tints. So I hope this review answered all the questions you had. If not, please make sure to put them in the comment section, and I will do my very best to answer them. And I would also appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and leave a thumbs up. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.